update video, and wow, did you guys hear that? That was a hell of a tree that just fell. Wow. Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Hey, I don't know, I was going to do a video out here today, and so I thought, well, let's do a little update video, and wow, did you guys hear that? That was a hell of a tree that just fell. Wow. That was crazy. So you can see it's a little windy out here. It's always windy out here. I don't care what time of the year it is, it's always windy. Even if the wind's blowing hot air, it's windy. But that was pretty crazy. This is my happy place. I don't know if it's so happy anymore. After that, I don't know about these trees. They all look alive, but anyway, thought I'd do a little update today just to tell you what was going on and introduce you to some of the ideas that I have going on, and get your guys' opinions and get your input on what we can do. One is I want to talk about the horse. Now I know I started a video on the horse, and that seemed to upset a few older carvers, and they thought that it wasn't right that I did a video on something that Lynn already did and his creation per se. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't really put any videos up about the horse. So I don't know, I'm still kind of deciding. I'm working on him a little bit. I got the legs done. I'm ready to put the horseshoes on and the bottoms of the feet, but I I didn't start this channel to upset anybody, and I definitely don't want to plagiarize and steal somebody else's ideas. I just wanted to carve the horse, and I thought it would be cool if I brought you guys along to do the horse with me. I don't plan on copying Lynn's horse. Mine's going to be different. I'm going to make it as different as I can, you know. But it just seemed like a fun project. So anyway, if you were waiting on the horse videos, I apologize. Best thing I can say is go watch Lynn's videos. He does a great video on the horse. That's where I've learned, and I still go back and watch them every time I get ready to do a section of the horse. I go back and watch it a couple times. So that being said, I'm not going to finish the horse. I might do some videos of just letting you watch me carve it, but I'm not going to do it in a tutorial type of thing, because I don't want to upset anybody. I'm just in this to have fun. And you know, the thing about carving other people's patterns and stuff is, like I always say in my videos, you can always make them different. You can always make them different. You know, you don't have to carve a pattern exactly like somebody. But us as beginners, we need projects to carve, you know, and then that way we can see our progress, is if we're trying to carve it like the person that originally created it or carved it. I mean, like when I watch Doug's videos and I try to carve things that Doug's doing, or when I do carve things that Doug's doing, you know, I still kind of put my little twist on them, you know. So again, I'm not on this channel to copy anybody's ideas or steal anybody's patterns or anything like that. So, you know, a couple guys made a comment to me in the email, and you know, just they didn't think it was right. And okay, so maybe I agree that I probably shouldn't do a tutorial video on it, since he already has one. So again, just go to Lynn's channel. I'll put the link in. The link is actually in the description of the first video, the sheriff's horse. So I'm not going to continue that video, but I will end up showing you and talking to you. I'll give you a little update on what my horse is doing. So anyway, with that being said, yeah, we're out here in our happy place today. I kind of gave you just a little short tour of a piece of my property, with my two lakes, actually my lake and my ponds, and you know, that I've created both of them from an empty field, and you know, it's kind of my pride and joy here at my place. But I really find it my happy place to carve. I love going out and just sitting, putting my pole out in the water, sitting there, try to catch a catfish, and you know, carve away. And a lot of times my carving gets interrupted with bites, so sometimes I'll just come out and just carve, you know. But this is one of my happy places. It's back here in the back of my little pond, and we come back here sometimes at night, get a fire going, just sit out here, and you know, have friends over. The neighbors come over and sit, and we chat and things like that. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you a little, show you a little around the yard. Sorry I haven't been putting up a lot of videos lately. That's going to change. I'll tell you that now. It's going to change. I've been filling out my little project book that I created. So I got a bunch of projects in there. I've got some 1x1x3 projects that I'm going to put in a playlist, and I'm gradually keep building on them. So, you know, stay tuned for them. I got 3 different little projects I'm getting ready to do. And I've been in harvest season, canning season for me. Every year, my wife and I and my mother-in-law and my family, we thrive on having green beans and tomatoes and zucchini and corn, all that stuff throughout the whole year. We do enough food that we can keep ourselves in tomatoes and green beans and all that stuff when we can it, and we can enough that we can do for a whole year. Like this year, we ran out of green beans 2 weeks before I got ready to plant my green beans. And if you guys see my caught red-handed video, you know I've had a time with the beans. The deer, once the one deer came, brought other deer, I've just battled them. I've battled them, and they've gotten over everything. I had an 8-foot high fishing line fence that it was supposed to work. I had tripwire set up for alarms and all kinds of stuff, and they just bloop, jumped right over it. So we was fortunate to get some beans. We got a bunch of beans because I planted more rows after that started. But yeah, so we've been in harvest season and canning season. We canned a lot of tomatoes. I'll probably show you those in a video I got coming up. We got green beans, tomatoes, corn, zucchini. We got all that stuff canned and frozen, and yeah, I think we're going to be good. Um, I don't try to get political on this channel because I think carving is a place where I can get away from all the politics and bullpucky that's going on, I'll say. Um, but I don't want this channel to be political, and I don't really care what anybody's views are. I just want to carve and want to help you carve and show you projects you can do as a beginner and learn how to carve. So it's just fun for me, and politics are not fun. But I do prepare when it comes to food. It's just something we've always done. Isn't because of any kind of food shortages or anything like that we're worried about. I mean, you know, we got eggs, we got fish, I got tons of fish in these ponds. I got plenty of eggs. I think I showed you my chickens. We just got 6 new chickens. We get 9 to 10 eggs a day. I could live on eggs and fish myself. But we can, and we do it because we enjoy eating the vegetables throughout the year. There's nothing like opening up a can of fresh tomatoes on Thanksgiving or on Christmas Day and having fresh tomatoes, fresh green beans, fresh corn, stuff like that right out of your garden. So we enjoy it all year. It's something we do, and it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, and this year's been a crazy year for gardens. We've had a hard time with everything. Like, everything came in spurts. Usually we'll do tomatoes. We can do tomatoes in a couple weeks, all together in a couple weeks. Whereas this year we had to do them as they ripened and as they got better, ready for canning. You know, we can them because we couldn't leave them sitting around. They would just get bad. It's just been crazy. But if you garden, you know what I'm talking about. In your garden, I'm sure. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you a little update. I was going to do a live at the fair, Alexandria Fair, our carving club, River Valley Woodcarvers. We set up a table and showed people carvings, and some of the guys sold their carvings, was selling carvings. So yeah, it was really cool. I was going to do a live stream, but they were playing music in the building we were in. They were playing copyrighted music, Elton John and all kinds of 70s stuff, which was cool, but I would have had to have a silent video because of all the music. It just played non-stop the whole time we were there. So I decided against that. Plus, I didn't have a very good internet signal. We were down in the basement, and the best I could get, even on my phone hotspot, was one bar. And I knew that was probably just going to create a laggy live stream that just would look terrible. So I just decided against it. But I was kind of excited to bring you guys out there and show you some of the carvings and stuff. But maybe I'll stick some pictures up of some of the guys' carvings at the fair at the end of the video. Maybe I'll put those up because I got a few. So anyway, yeah, just wanted to come on, give you an update, tell you what was going on, why I wasn't putting out a bunch of videos. But you know, I'm gonna work 100% towards getting more videos out this time of year. Try spending some time out here carving while we can, while the weather's nice. You know, as I've said before, it's hard to carve out here because there's always wind. I've got a windscreen on my GoPro. It does pretty good, but sometimes that wind just knocks my tripod over. So yeah, I mean, I'm just rambling here, just telling you what's going on. So a couple things. Like I said, I got the 1x1x3s coming up. I'm going to be doing those. I'll put those all in a playlist. So if you got a lot of 1x1x3s, you want to carve different things off of it, you know, you can get some ideas from those. Um, the other thing I was going to do was, since I can't do the horse, or since I'm not going to finish the horse, I am going to do Chester. So Chester is a rough out from Gerald and Barbara Sears. It's G&B Sears. I'll put the link in the description. And if you want to carve Chester with me, I'm going to do this in broken down videos, probably 5 or 6 videos. And we're going to start just like you get your rough out from them. I believe the cost is like 20-25 bucks for the rough out. Usually take you about a week to 2 weeks to get it, but I'll make a playlist for it. So if you don't come in right away, or you have to wait for a while and get it later, you can still follow along with the video. But if you'd like to follow along with me on the video, you can go and get a Chester, and you'll get this. You'll get the rough out, and you'll get the printout. Now, I just picked this one up at the carving club the other night, because they bought, my instructor Bob, he buys a bunch of them ahead of time and then just kind of resells them to us. He don't make any profit off of them. He just sells them to us for cost, and then we carve them. All right, and there again, you get a printout of what Chester's supposed to look like, but Chester doesn't have to look like that. But if you want to carve Chester like that, there's Chester. So I'll probably do some little different things on mine. But what I really want to focus on is getting roughed out and doing a lot of detail work, because that's what these rough outs are for. I know some people think it's cheating, but I think I don't have a block of wood that I have to spend an extra 2 hours chiseling it all down to get to this. Okay, so this just kind of, it was really good, beneficial for me as a beginner, because I could take something and I didn't have to worry about it, you know, where all the positioning was. It kind of gives me a little road map. Think of these as a road map. And I've already started carving a couple other cowboys and stuff just out of a block of wood. So this, I went from this to a full block of wood. And it's just the way my teacher teaches people. He starts you out with a block, with a rough out. And my first cowboy was like the 3rd class I took from him. I started carving a cowboy, and I learned so much about detail, and I'm still learning a lot about detail, because I mean, there's a lot you can do with just this cowboy that you wouldn't realize that ain't even on this sheet here. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably start that. I'm actually starting the videos probably next week. I'm going to start carving on it. I'm going to wait till I have a few videos done before I actually upload it, and that way you'll have time to get your rough out, and you'll be able to carve along with me and follow while the videos are going up. So yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. The other thing, the last thing that I'm going to say is I was going to work on getting a virtual carving club together of my subscribers and possibly some other YouTubers, to get them involved with me. And we just have a club where one night a week, or you know, if maybe a couple times a week, I don't know, just depends. Let me know in the comments what you guys would like, and if you'd even be interested in this. If you're not interested, I really don't want to put a lot of time into it, but I think some people are. I've already had a few people email me about it. Mark, he's one of my big supporters. He comes from Lexington all the way up to my carving club in Taylor Mill, and he's one of my big supporters. He was one of my subscribers in the early times, and I talked him into coming up to our club, and he comes up because there's no clubs in his area. So I realize there's, you know, 50% of the people don't have a club around them. So we got a couple options. One, we can either help you start your club, and you actually have a club in your city, which is possible. You know, nothing's impossible. You could start your own carving club. and it'll grow. People will join it. Trust me. Um, the other thing is you can be a part of a virtual carving club where we actually all carve together on camera. So I can look at your carvings, or maybe some of the other more experienced carvers can look at them and actually help you. I'm pretty lucky that I have two carving clubs and a carving class in my area. So I'm really, really lucky to have these experienced carvers around me that I've learned so much from. And I think that we can get something going online where we can make a connection with subscribers, and actually we can start a virtual carving club. All right, and I think we can do that with Zoom, because I have Zoom meetings on my business, with my business, and they always work out fine. Um, and I think we could do a Zoom thing. Um, we could have everybody on camera that wants to be on camera, and if you don't want to be on camera, you could still be there. Maybe audio, and just put a profile picture up or something, or a little picture up for your icon if you didn't want to be on camera. But being on camera was what makes it nice, because you know we can actually look at each other's carvings, and we can actually see what we're doing, see what each other's doing. Um, like I said, I'm fortunate enough to have a bunch of good carvers around me, and if you're in a carving club, that's perfect, because we'd love to have people that are in a carving club to help create that atmosphere and to help kick in and make it a really, really awesome thing. I think it can be really big, and I was kicking around what we should do, maybe have a membership and all that stuff. And we might down the road, but if we get to where we need to get some things, um, or upgrade software or store, there's just a lot of things that goes on in a club, um, and that's what your dues pay for when you have things going on in your club. Um, and then maybe once a year we can have a meetup somewhere, or maybe even a couple meetups in different places. That would be really cool, where everybody gets together. I know the homesteading community on YouTube does a lot of that stuff, so I would like to see something like that in the carving club uh, side of it. The carving side of it is we have a big club, virtual club, and interact with each other around the world even. So that would be really cool. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I'd like to get something going on that maybe in October sometime. Maybe have a first meeting, and we can actually talk about things that we could do in the club. People can pick projects. We can all work on the same project, or you can, if you don't want to work on that project, you can just carve on your piece, whatever you're working on. I mean, that's what we do at our carving club. We'll have little seminars, and then we'll just sit around and shoot the bull, and carve with each other, and share ideas and share techniques and things like that. So I think it'd be really cool. I don't think there's really anything like that out there right now. If there is, I don't know too much about it. It was just something that I thought of while the while we were all in the COVID thing and didn't have nowhere to go. Um, and we don't know what's going to become of the future, or if it's going to be a yearly thing or whatever. But it'd be cool if we have a virtual carving club, especially for the ones that don't have carving clubs and carving teachers around them. Um, I have a bunch of carvers in my carving club that would jump in and help teach some seminars and classes and stuff. So I know we can pull that off. And so anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. I'm just gonna sit out here and carve a couple little things and try to work on some video stuff. And let me know what you think about the club, and maybe give me some ideas what you think would work. And if you don't want to put it in the comments, that's fine. Send me an email. My email is listed right here on the screen. It's easy. It's carverguy@basswoodcarving.com. carverguy@basswoodcarving.com. And I thought, even with the club, we can just do donations. If you want to donate to the club, we'll have buy me a coffee. Actually, it's a Ko-fi. I already started one for the channel. And if you want to donate to the channel, it'll just be things that'll help me get wood and help me get some cameras, better webcams and things like that, so I can pull this off and make it work the right way. There's some software and stuff that would help, and hard drive space to record all of it and upload it on and all that. So yeah, it's still in the planning stages, but if you think it'd be something you'd be interested in, I can put up a sign-up form on the Basswood Carving website, and you can go in there and sign up for the club, and then you'll get the emails, and you'll get everything about what's going on and what the progress is and when we have our first meeting. So, all right. Well, guys, I appreciate the support. The channel's growing every day. I get new subscribers, and it's amazing. I'm really happy. I'm happy for some of our other fellow carvers that are building their channels. I think it's awesome. And I really appreciate the support. I never started this to think that it would even get 1,000 subscribers. So I really appreciate everybody's support, love, the good emails, the good comments I get from people, pictures. Seeing your carvings is cool. Keep sending them in, please. I enjoy it. It's kind of like opening up a Christmas present, see somebody's carving that they did. So it's cool. Even if it wasn't one of my projects, send me a pic of your carving. I'd love to see it. It's fun looking at them. So anyway, guys, thanks again for joining, and thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, why not? If you like carving, you need to subscribe so you can get in on all this with us. But appreciate it, guys, and have a good day.